I'm Teresa Woodard in Dallas, and here are your headlines from North Texas. Protests continue in cities all across the U.S. after the death of Renee Good in Minneapolis. The Department of Homeland Security says Good was trying to run over an ICE agent when she was fatally shot, but local officials dispute that. Richard Solomon was at a protest in Fort Worth.
Protests are spreading from Minneapolis to cities across America, and here in Fort Worth, demonstrators made their message and their voices loud and clear. This has to stop.
Immigrant rights are under attack!
Armed with signs and a message.
We are gathered together in solidarity.
Those outraged with what happened in Minneapolis taking to the streets here in Fort Worth. And that's what brought Randy and Noah Garms here.
The loss of life is always tragic.
To voice their pain.
What happened was uncalled for. It was filmed.
Earlier this week, an ICE agent in Minneapolis shot and killed 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good, a mother, a community member. But protesters here in Fort Worth, part of the nationwide weekend of action dubbed ICE Out for Good, say they came to make their voices heard.
Stomach's really in a knot right now. Just, I feel like it's important to be out here and be supported and face the facts of what's happening.
The same in South Lake.
Totally wrong on so many levels. Standing in front of a car, pulling your gun while you're holding your phone. I mean, what the hell?
On Friday, Vance posted on X responding to the video saying, quote, "The reality is that his life was endangered and that he fired in self-defense." Because whether it's in Minnesota or here in Texas, protesters said what they want is a reckoning.
She was a regular person, just like all of us, and this should not be happening.
And the movement toward what they say is accountability. In Fort Worth, I'm Richard Solomon.
The city of Hutchins is pushing back on reports that an ICE detention facility could be built there. Last month, the Washington Post reported plans for ICE to hold 80,000 immigrants in warehouses. According to the Post's reporting, a facility that could hold up to 9,500 people is planned for Hutchins, which is a Dallas suburb. It would be the second largest of all the proposed warehouses. We reached out to Mayor Mario Vasquez, who tells us, quote, "The warehouses we have are for storage and not for holding people. It is something we don't need in our city and something we don't want." When asked why, he responded with a question, quote, "Who wants an ICE facility in their backyard?" People in a Fort Worth neighborhood were on edge after multiple vehicles were set on fire. They are now breathing a sigh of relief because a suspect is in custody. Here's Adriana De Alba now with how the arrest went down.
This is the moment SWAT teams pulled up to a home, tactical vehicles lining the street. As officers moved in, giving commands. Law enforcement zeroing in on their suspect, a 17-year-old accused of setting vehicles on fire in his South Fort Worth neighborhood.
The next thing I know, I hear a loud, thush sound.
Lyell Audi woke up to a loud fire.
I started to panic. I looked outside the window and I saw my brother's car in flames. And I started screaming, "Fire, fire!"
The car belonged to her brother, who's disabled. His specialized vehicle destroyed.
It was really scary. Very scary.
Police say all 5 fires happened near Reisinger Road by Fox Run Park. The fires burning through the night between Christmas and New Year's Eve. One after the next. Neighborhood video captured a suspect walking up to one of the vehicles, opening it, and then setting it on fire while watching it burn. Police arrested 17-year-old Evan Banda, charging him with all 5 arsons.
Our team recognized that they had a pattern and intensified their efforts.
According to an arrest warrant, police pulled evidence from Banda's phone, including his cell phone. Police say he recorded the fires as they happened. Investigators interviewed neighbors and tracked the suspect's activity for days.
That community was in fear for a while.
The 17-year-old will be charged as an adult.
When individuals are taking part in these type of crimes, they will escalate to something at some point. It's imperative to be proactive.
A neighborhood on edge for days now has a sense of relief. In Fort Worth, I'm Adriana De Alba.
Now to an update on plans for a new temple for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Fairview. After more than a year of uncertainty, there is now a fence surrounding that work site. A news release on the church's website says preliminary infrastructure work will begin soon, but a date for groundbreaking has not yet been set. Some neighbors fought plans for this temple because of its proposed 120-foot tall spire. Fairview leaders gave their final approval to the plan last September. We are hearing firsthand how local restaurants benefited from Taste Addison. That's a popular food festival that the city of Addison just canceled. Taste Addison has been a staple in North Texas for 30 years, giving local eateries a chance to try to win over new customers.
It was great exposure to the community to say, hey, what's this place, you know?
Addison City Council decided to end this festival after losing more than $750,000 last year. Now they say they are working on new ways to promote local restaurants. Business is booming for one North Texas barbecue joint. Barrel and Bones just opened a new location in North Richland Hills off Grapevine Highway. It is the chain's 4th location in North Texas. And soon, Texas barbecue will take to the skies. American Airlines announced it has partnered with Pecan Lodge in Deep Ellum to offer first-class travelers some of their award-winning food. It will be available on flights from DFW to JFK or LaGuardia starting in February. Now, those who want to indulge do have to pre-order their meals before their flights. For more than 30 years, Dallas ISD has hosted an oratory competition inspired by the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And as Dia Wall shows us, we won't believe how far it's come.
Good evening. I am Cameron Kinder, a 4th grade scholar at Clara Oliver Elementary.
He's also competing in the 2026 MLK Jr. Oratory Competition in Dallas ISD.
Let me give it a try. I can imagine myself doing this.
Cameron is also doing it well.
Taking the first step when you do not see the ending.
Well, the competition started, I started at first with 15 kids said they wanted to do it. When they saw how it took a lot of reading and digging, someone stepped out.
That was more than 3 decades and countless kids ago.
Oh, gee, I tell you what, I retired for a little while. I missed 2 years, I think, but every year I coach the kids. Put your focus around all the people in the oratory, but 10 people in all these chairs, okay?
Just like she's coaching Cameron, who's inspired by the life and legacy of Dr. King.
We can all be united in one, and nobody separates the other based on their skin color, the way they talk, the way they look, the way they walk, the way they be them.
When he takes the stage for the finals, chin up, voice strong. No doubt he will once again bring a tear to this teacher's eye.
He did not just talk.
Oh, couldn't happen. Why? It's just how well he did.
Even if I don't win, I'm thankful that God allowed me to make it this far into the competition.
I'm very proud of them. I'm very proud of all my students that get on the stage.
And we wish them all good luck in the finals on January 16th.
Lift up your hope.
In Dallas, I'm Dia Wall.
Way to go, Cameron. Good luck. Those are your headlines from North Texas.